Would you say that the spike from that 45th episode and on is because of something that you're doing on the show? I'm going to give you three options, and I want to hear like which one is like the most, or if it's option D, which you'll have to come up with. But is it because like you really just got your voice on the podcast and you kind of changed how you're structuring it and trying to add value to the person listening? Is it because that person who was on the 45th episode, BC, had a humongous following, or was a big story that just everybody was interested in? Or would you say that it became something where you were like learning from your day job, where marketing is important, putting yourself out there is important, and around that 45th episode, you started going on social media and telling more people about it? So if you had to pick like which one made the biggest change, what would you say there?
To be completely honest, I think my answer may be a little boring to some people, and that's that I made a commitment to consistency. I think that's a huge thing. I think that, coupled with the tone change, got people excited about what I had to say. And because they knew that I would always be there to tell them a story, they would stick with me.
So was it consistent before, but you didn't say or feel that it was consistent, or was it inconsistent?
It was inconsistent. What
does that mean?
So now it's like about this.
Every Saturday. What was it like before?
It tended to be it was always falling on the weekends, but there would be times where I would be wrapped up in a story and things would come up in my personal life. I just wasn't taking it as seriously as I should have been. I'm going to take that back. I think there's a time and place when you are ready to take it as seriously, or want growth, or want monetization, or want to like really explode. At the time, I felt I didn't get it. I didn't get the consistency thing, because in my mind, I thought, well, my listeners like what I do and they'll be patient with me if I have to skip a Saturday because something happened in my personal life, or like they'll just be excited when the new one comes out. And yes, that's true for a section of your listeners. But then there's also like the algorithm side of things, of like people want to share you if they know that there's always going to be something new. And now that I've had several months under my belt of every Saturday, there is a new episode. Like, that is my commitment to you. It just took off. And I think that with the side of like, not only am I covering a paranormal story, but I also have a unique take on it, that you can listen to a morbid episode on the exact same topic and it won't be redundant. I think that's the other thing too, is especially if you're in a niche like this, that other people have covered the same topics, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you can say, here's my unique takeaway, or here's something that I want you to think about that nobody else is going to talk about here. That, and then I have to say, I think on a smaller level, the marketing side of things helped. I started putting shorts on TikTok. I started putting my episodes on YouTube. While neither of those have massive traction on their own, I do think that they brought new listeners who are now listening back through my backlog. Like, I'm getting 10 to 15 episodes a day of season 1, episode 1. Like, people are clearly starting from the beginning. And I think finding where your audience resides and how to get yourself in front of them in a way that's not salesy and not like, go listen to my show, it's great. It's more like, here's what you can gain from what I have to say, or I just found out this really cool thing and I want you all to know about it. It makes you not only like a trusted voice in the space, but also like kind of a cool friend that people want to see what you have to say. So I'd say it's those. I think consistency played a huge role. Second was finding my voice. And third was really committing to my own marketing strategy.